Yo! Tuesday, June 25th. What is up? It's the Victor Wilt Show. Looks like it's not only around here that we deal with Tourons. Those are tourist morons, in case you were wondering. A woman was staying at some type of a lodge near Thoiry Safari Park in France and somehow walked into the safari area. How do you accidentally walk into a safari area? Like, trying to think of every zoo I've been to. Usually it's fairly clear that you're entering an area where there will be animals, fences and signs. The article doesn't say how she ended up in there, but she did. And the area she walked into was the wolf pen, right? Ugh. She's not dead, but she's not having a good time. Attacked by 3 wolves, all right? You ever see those videos online where the police will put somebody in a heavy-duty suit and sick the dogs on them? It's terrifying, right? Okay, well, imagine that with no suit, and these are giant wild dogs. It'd be pretty horrible. She was bitten in her neck, back, and calf, but thankfully, I can't say she's going to be just okay. The article just says, not life-threatening. She's being treated in a hospital. If you're anywhere near a safari park, anywhere where wild animals might be, you should probably just be extra cautious. Maybe she was hammered. I'm going to go for a walk. Bad idea when there are wolves nearby. Was it dark out? No flashlight? I'm going to climb this fence. I want to go over there. It looks nice. I got no explanation for this. I just wanted to make people around here feel a little bit better, I guess, because we seem to take the brunt of these stories here near Yellowstone, and, well, happens in France, too. Well, I found a question I can ask Lieutenant Crane about on Traffic School, powered by the Advocates, Friday morning at 8:45. Just wondering if he's ever seen anybody try to get away with a speeding ticket in this manner. It seems like it would just be cheaper to pay the ticket. Some guy driving a Porsche, he went blasting through a intersection, and they got these cameras on them that'll track your speed at times. So the officials decided to send out an officer. They tried to track him down, but he didn't stop. So now he's got a evading police ticket going on as well. All right, so I don't know what kind of ticket you get for evading the police. I would imagine it's expensive, probably jail time. So maybe it is cheaper to take your car in and paint it a different color. So then when the cops show up, you're like, that wasn't me. But he must have painted it himself, because police found evidence of the original color of the paint on the car. And the guy's like, yeah, well, I decided to try to paint it to get out of the charges, and well, now his car has been impounded, and I would imagine he's facing serious crime. If you're getting pulled over for a speeding ticket, just stop. I mean, yeah, your insurance might go up a little bit. You're going to get a fine, but who knows? Maybe he was up to more than that. Generally, if people run from the cops, they're probably trying to hide something. He didn't appear to have a warrant or anything like that, so I'm guessing he had something in the vehicle he shouldn't have. And ultimately, maybe he did get off well. I don't know. I'm still not recommending you try that route to try to get out of your crimes. Don't commit crimes, Don't break the law. But he did kind of go all out. See, some people playing too much Grand Theft Auto. Just because something works in a video game, taking your car and getting it resprayed doesn't mean it's going to work in real life. What is up? It's the Victor Wilt Show. Let's call my neighbors down the hall classy. I was having a discussion with Josh Tyler last week. And I've got an updated piece of information on it. Oh, looks like they're live. They're not going to pick up because they don't know what type of crazy might be calling and wanting to jump live on air with them. All right. Yeah, I can see the light on down there. Well, they just ruined my idea for a break by just doing their jobs and doing their show. I was going to talk with them about Pop-Tarts versus toaster strudels. I was talking with Josh about this last week. And Josh is on Team Pop-Tart. Now, Pop-Tarts are pretty good, okay? They're not too shabby. However, toaster strudels, I gotta say, I think are better. Now, if you want to chime in on this, you feel free. You can call me at 208-535-1015. But I gotta stay on Team Toaster Strudel here. One of Josh's main complaints was that toaster strudels don't come with enough icing, which I thought was kind of crazy. I always thought there was plenty. You know, one packet per toaster strudel. Well, lo and behold, I wonder if he saw this and that's why he was discussing this last week. But toaster strudels are now available with more icing. They have the mega icing, 80% more icing. So you're almost getting twice as much icing per toaster strudel. That is an overload of strudel icing. Sounds delicious. They're going to be putting these out in strawberry and cream cheese, as well as just plain strawberry. Now, seems like an overload to me to have strawberry and cream cheese with double the icing. That's a lot of, well, I guess even if it's just strawberry inside toaster strudels or goo. But, I mean, I can't think of any Pop-Tart that would be better than a toaster strudel. Yeah? Now, you can eat Pop-Tarts cold. You don't have to cook them. Toaster strudel cold would be disgusting. It would be terrible. I mean, you keep them in the freezer. You chip your teeth. It would hurt badly. But I've got to know what Josh's excuse would be now if you've got the mega icing. But they're over there blabbing away. I don't know what they're talking about. Today's silly holidays. I was hoping I'd see that light over there go off. There it went. Let's try him again. Okay, hold on. Let me turn off this music. Now we'll call him again. Bros, pick up the phone. What are you doing? What kind of morning show is this? I see you over there. What if I'm dialing the wrong number? Wouldn't that be pretty funny? How dare they? Shame.
Classy 97.
Boy, you guys take forever to pick up the phone. You're live on the Victor Wilt Show.
Well, hello, Victor.
What's
we were in the
up?
middle of doing radio
Yeah.
on the Wake Up Classy 97 show.
Oh,
We have to do.
I saw that, but then I sat here and waited patiently for your light to turn off, and then it turned off, and I bet it rang 6 times before you picked up the phone.
Well, you know, we got work to do. What's up? What's going on down the hall?
Well, I wanted to talk to you about Pop-Tarts versus toaster strudels.
Okay.
Now, we discussed this off air a little bit last week. You were Team Pop-Tart, and I recall one of your reasonings being that the toaster strudel doesn't come with enough icing.
So listen, there's a split divide in this studio about it. I personally am Team Pop-Tart because I don't think you have to heat them up for them to be delicious, whereas a toaster strudel you have to take extra time. The little icing pouch that it comes with isn't that great.
Yes, it is.
And it doesn't cover enough of the strudel.
Okay, so what about a toasted strudel versus a toasted Pop-Tart? Where do you stand, Josh?
right in front of the toaster waiting for it to pop up. But also, I would have to say I would take a warm strudel over a warm Pop-Tart.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you see that they have announced and will be releasing Toaster Strudel Mega Icing?
Ooh, delicious.
But the icing isn't that good.
Yes, it is.
I think it's pretty good. I thought...
It is.
So, now you have no excuse for it can't cover the whole strudel because it's 80%. It's almost twice as much icing in a packet.
Yes.
Yeah. I figured I'd let you guys know about this amazing new product because strudel's got to win all the way.
Yeah.
So
so
it's
much
been
better.
10 years almost since they've had this mega icing strudel out.
It did take them a little bit too long. But I saw this pop up and I was like, oh my goodness, I was just having this discussion with Classy. So
When did the diabetes spike of 2015 happen and then subside?
we need to bring it back, man. Come on, it's 2024. People need to be able to eat their frustrations. It's an election year. So
Oh, there you go. Okay, all right, I'll take it.
it's time for mega icing, to ease the pain.
Yeah.
Mega ice.
All right, guys, I just wanted to give you the good news, and I expect to see some of these hit in the studio sometime soon.
Well,
Yeah.
the hallway, but yes.
That's fair. But Strudel's definitely not good for in the studio. They kind of, crumble apart. They're greasy. I don't think that the bosses would like that on the board.
Yeah, I'm just going to sit here eating. I'm going to get ramen and mac and cheese and strudels all over the board.
I was thinking chips. Some nice greasy potato chips.
Yeah, and I'm going to chew with my mouth wide open.
Yes. All right. Well, you guys have a good show. Thank you for picking up.
Thanks, Victor Wilt.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.
The Classy 97 morning show. Wake up, Classy 97. There you go. They do it live just like me. Well, I'm already starting to see the talk on social media from both sides. Well, if the election goes this way, I'm out of here. That's right. I'm leaving America. Well, if you're going to leave America, you probably want to find a really nice place to go. So I found the list of the happiest countries in 2024, the most carefree places to be. So, happiest countries, let's count them down. Number 10, Germany. 9, Netherlands. 8, Denmark. 7, Japan. 6, Iceland. 5, Luxembourg. 4, South Korea. Not North Korea. South Korea. 3, Switzerland. 2, Slovenia. And number 1, Austria. There you go. You looking to go to a happy place because you just can't take it after the election? That's where you want to be. The top, 4 of the top 5 are all right within the same region there. So you can just pretty much roll around and be having yourself a great, happy time 24/7. Now, if you don't want to leave the U.S., and you were curious what the happiest states in the U.S. are, I'm kind of surprised by this one. Well, maybe. Coming in at number 1, the happiest state in the United States, Wyoming. That's right. Our neighbors to the east. Number 1. Really? And if you're curious what the rest were, coming in at number 2, New Hampshire. 3, Florida. 4, Massachusetts. 5, South Dakota. So South Dakota and Wyoming, there's like no people there. So I'm guessing being away from it all probably adds to some of that happiness. As for how Florida could be one of the happiest places in the U.S., that makes me go, I don't know about this list. You've got the hurricane problems, housing issues, you can't get your home insured, and the crazies, right? Massachusetts packed with people. I don't know. That's how the list breaks down. Idaho not in the top 10 happiest states in America. No. I mean, even North Dakota's on there. What's going on here? What do we need to do to make ourselves happier? It's all based on income. Oh, okay. We might have low unemployment. I'm not sure. But they base it on income, peak sunshine hours, crime rate, and unemployment rate. and all that good kind of stuff. So, yeah, as we know around here, income not so great, and we get some decent sunshine during this time of year. But you know how those 6 months of winter are. Yeah. Is our crime that bad? I don't know. Anyway, just letting you know, if you're looking to move, maybe you need to take a look at some of those places. Have fun in Florida. Over the weekend, I was watching this show on Netflix called Your Honor. It's got Bryan Cranston. It's great. If you're a fan of Bryan Cranston, you got to check it out. One of the interesting things that popped up in this show was at some point, a prison rodeo happened. And I look forward to talking with Lieutenant Crane about this on Friday, as he used to be a bull rider and he also works in law enforcement. I have never heard of such a thing as a prison rodeo. Thought this was something weird they threw into the show, but no. In Louisiana, at Angola Prison, they do this. They do it twice a year. A prison rodeo. Now, here's the scene from the show. You got 4 prisoners sitting at a table. You've seen this gag at the rodeo, right? You get the clown sitting at the table, playing cards, and then they set the bull loose, and the bull just goes and sends some people flying. Yeah, this moment happened in the show with inmates of this particular prison. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, this is pretty outlandish. So I decided to Google the phrase prison rodeo and found out about the Angola Prison Rodeo, which happens again twice every year. The rodeo raises funds for educational programs for prisoners, and also the prisoners can win some money. So basically, you put your life on the line, you want to get attacked by a bull, and you might win $500. Yeah, the chance to win cash prizes of up to $500. And that would be if you win the Guts and Glory event, where they tie a poker chip to a bull, and the goal is to get close enough to snatch the poker chip away from the bull. Some of the other events, you of course have your standard rodeo events, bareback riding, barrel racing, yeah, bull riding. Convict poker was the one that they played out in this show, Your Honor. 4 cowboys at a table playing a game of poker, and a bull is released. Sole purpose to get the players to leave the table. The last person seated is the winner. This is insane. These aren't, trained rodeo. Would you call him an athlete? Sure. Rodeo guy? Yeah. They're not trained rodeo athletes. All right. These are just regular old prisoners. How is this allowed to happen? And how have I never heard of this before? This is completely crazy. As far as I know, the only place they do this is in Louisiana. Let's see. New details on the return of the Oklahoma prison rodeo. Okay, they're just starting to bring it back. I shouldn't be surprised in this day and age that we're starting to see the return of prison rodeos. How long till we, just unleash the Hunger Games, huh? Squid Game in real life. The Running Man. Would you be shocked? Would you be shocked? I wouldn't be. Not at this point. With how society's headed. I mean, people could die in the prison rodeo. Let's see. Let's see if that's ever happened. Prison rodeo death. Death-defying taste. Let's see. Life, death, and raging bulls. I don't know if anybody's ever died. Seems like it could happen. Anyway, I'll keep you posted when the Running Man becomes a real thing. You can tune in, watch it live. Jeez. What is going on in this world? Prison rodeo. Anyway, watch that show, Your Honor. It's great. All right, let us begin. Well, today was supposed to be the day when the mayor of Paris would go swimming in the River Seine to prove the water was clean enough for Olympic athletes. This is a disgusting, polluted river. Like, nobody should go in. It's actually been illegal to go in it for decades because it's so polluted with just everything you could imagine. All the nastiness that gets dumped into water, it's in this river. Well, she's not claiming that it's due to the protest that was also going to take place where people were going to put more waste in the river as a form of protest against the government on the day she was going to go for her swim. But now she's pushed it back. It was originally pushed back by a week, but now she's like, yeah, I'm going to wait till after the elections in July. Ain't any of these officials going to go swimming in this river. The president of France said he'd do it too. I doubt it. Just find somewhere clean for the Olympic athletes to swim. You don't need to prove anything, okay? The people in France are very upset at the amount of money that's been used to supposedly clean up the river, and it's still disgusting. So, politicians, we'll prove it's clean. We swear. Politicians, the same worldwide. Speaking of which, looking forward to seeing if we actually have a presidential debate on Thursday. Yeah, I'm seeing lots of stuff in the news about people potentially backing out. We'll see. We'll see. Lots of speculation going on there. It's too late to back out at this point, right? Suddenly someone's going to get sick. That's what'll happen. Oh, I got diarrhea. I can't make it. The presidential debate Thursday night, it's being streamed everywhere. Everybody should be able to watch it on some channel or other, or some online stream. Should be interesting. Oh, that last one, the 2020 debate, was so aggravating to watch. I'm so excited to see microphones that can be turned off when your turn is done. Be very interesting to see how this plays out. All right, let's talk about the phrase that they're using for this is not the right phrase. None of them. I guess guys are challenging themselves when they go on flights to raw dog it. Now, I believe that means to not wear underwear, right? Same with barebacking, just wearing pants with no underwear. But what this is actually, as far as a challenge goes, is to just sit there on the plane and not do anything to pass the time. You don't eat the snacks, you don't have the drink, you don't read a book, you don't look at your phone. You just sit there and stare straight ahead. You can't even look out the window. Wow, what a challenge, what a waste. I don't know, I'm not impressed by anybody who can successfully pull this off. This has got to be one of the dumbest challenges I've heard of. Flying's boring. You don't need to embrace boredom and think you're going to impress anybody by doing so. Read a good book. It's better for your mind. I don't know. Okay, there's something to be said about just sitting there peacefully and letting your mind wander. Maybe that is the good end of this. A nice meditation. I don't know, because you got that white noise going on. You just sit there, breathe deep, close your eyes. But I still don't know why they're calling it those phrases. Don't be telling me it means something else either. All right, let's see here. Don't build sculptures out of wax. That's also a bad idea. There was a statue of Abraham Lincoln made in, I believe it was Virginia, or Northwest Washington, D.C. They made it out of wax. I don't know if anybody told these folks, but we've got climate issues going on and a major heat wave right now. Abraham Lincoln is now looking pretty much how I felt when I spent a bunch of time out in the sun on Sunday. He's just like reeling back in the seat, head all tipped back, like, oh, it's too hot. It actually, as some type of message, this sculpture works pretty well. Maybe they did intentionally make it out of wax knowing this was going to happen. Pretty funny stuff. Yeah, I don't know where in America you could build a sculpture out of wax anymore. I mean, it's been nasty around here, this heat. It's terrible. Hope you're doing okay to stay cool out there. You know, it's hopefully going to cool down. I hadn't looked at the weather forecast because I didn't want to see what the potential forecast for the 4th of July was going to be, where I'm going to be on site at the Idaho Falls Community Hospital Riverfest all day. I'm not a big fan of extreme heat, so yeah, it's looking like it's going to be hot. It's going to be hot every day. Supposed to cool down Thursday and Friday, though, into the low 80s for the highs. That's not too bad. Anyway, we shall see. Freak News, powered by Grease Monkey, voted Idaho's best oil change, and I shall return. Bad news. It's hopefully nothing to worry about. You ever watched The Last of Us or played the video game? Well, The Last of Us Part 2 takes place in the Seattle area. And I was just reading an article about 2 patients at Harborview Medical Center in Seattle testing positive for a drug-resistant fungus, Candida auris. They've got them colonized. I don't like that term. Colonized doesn't sound good. How about stable? They're in satisfactory condition. And they say that the fungus is on their bodies, not causing an infection or disease in either patient. Yeah. Until you start hearing those clicking sounds. I don't make a very good clicker sound. But if you've watched that show, fungal infections, they take on a whole new level of terror. It's a fantastic show if you haven't seen it, by the way. I think I need to do a rewatch on it. And they're currently in the process of filming season 2. Really excited to see what they do with that. The second game, The Last of Us Part 2, is a masterpiece. However, fans of the show, I can't imagine them starting season 2 the same way that the second game starts. Very shocking moment right at the beginning of the game. And I mean, that's the only way the story can take place, but I don't know. TV audiences are very different than gamers, and gamers even lost their minds with that game. But I gotta say, those who critiqued that game, gave it negative reviews, were wrong. It's a masterpiece, one of the best video games of all time. It's better than the first one. And the first one is held in very high regard. But yeah, you're looking for something good to binge? It's all hot outside. Yeah, coop up inside, crank up the AC, and watch The Last of Us on Max. So good. We got to talk to our grandparents about phone scams, all right? If you've got somebody who sits at home and picks up the landline and somebody starts telling them, hey, we know about the illegal activity going on in your Amazon account. You're going to go to jail unless you give us $400,000 in gold bars. Got to tell your grandparents, don't give them the gold bars. Call the police. Be like, listen, I got a phone call from a rep from Amazon saying that I needed to pay $400,000 in gold bars. I'm just not sure on this. I really want to hang on to my gold bars. Yeah. $400,000. I mean, I can't imagine having a spare grand. Just $1,000. Yeah. $400 grand to go, all right, I don't want to get arrested, sure. As far as I know, the authorities in the U.S. are not generally going to just accept payment to keep you out of jail. I believe there are laws against that. There's a whole process. You go to court, there could be a trial, all that kind of stuff. You get a jury involved, a wide array of people to look at the evidence and decide, all right, do you owe $400,000 in gold bars to Amazon? And then the jury says, yes. And then, they go through this whole process after the guilty verdict where I would assume you don't just send gold bars to Amazon. But apparently, some old people are getting duped in this way. Yeah. The victim took out their savings, bought gold bars, put them in an old iPhone box, wrapped the package to make it look like a gift, and then dropped it off at a drop-off location. Bare minimum, if you think you owe Amazon $400,000 in gold bars, I'd say go to their, company headquarters, pop in, hey, could I talk to someone in your business department? I got this phone call saying I owed $400,000 in gold bars. I got the gold bars. They're as you requested, wrapped in an iPhone box to look like a present. But I'd like to deliver them direct to Amazon. Yeah. Did they bust the person? Oh, they did. Good. At least the scammer got busted. But yikes. It blows my mind, some of the things that people will fall for. But then I did watch a variety of news stories over the weekend, and some of the things that I saw people spewing on there, I go, well, okay, all right, if you'll believe that, you probably would wrap up gold bars in a little present box and drop it off at a random location. Sad. All right, yeah, just talk to your old people, okay? You want that inheritance, right? Talk to them old people. Boy, you don't mess with the Swifties, huh? Jeez. All right, I've talked a lot about the worst fan bases in rock. I've talked about the battle between Sleep Token and Bad Omens fans. Seem to go back and forth as the current most irritating fan bases out there. But there is no fandom in music more toxic than the Taylor Swift Swifties. They're crazy. They're crazy. If you've never watched the Meat Canyon cartoon about Taylor Swift at the football game, perfect representation of the Swiftie audience. So, a couple days ago, Dave Grohl was on stage, and he was saying how their current tour should be called the Errors Tour, because they actually play live. And kind of a subtle jab at Taylor Swift. There's some lip-syncing accusations going around about Taylor Swift. She does these 3.5-hour shows. A lot of artists out there lip sync, all right? I'm not saying she does. I don't know, because I don't sit around watching Taylor Swift videos. I don't really care. So Dave makes this just very brief, cheap jab. And he may have not even been trying to say Taylor Swift's band doesn't play live. But, it could easily be taken that way. And, did the Swifties lose their minds? I won't even read the things they're saying. Some of them. Saying horrible things to Dave Grohl on social media. Like, what is wrong with these people? Saying terrible things about Kurt Cobain, Taylor Hawkins. This fan base is completely out of control and toxic. And I know it's not all of them. But the hardcore Swifties are just nuts. Just nuts. And I find it funny because, again, I've never been able to figure out the infatuation with Taylor Swift's music. Like, I program Z103. I know pop music. I listen to all of the big hit new songs. And I don't get why she's as big as she is. She is doing something right, clearly. It's obviously just not my thing, but, I mean, when I think of really good pop music, Taylor Swift ain't showing up anywhere on that list with any of her songs. So anyway, there's also been a lot of backlash I've seen forming against Taylor Swift. For some reason, I keep getting fed a subreddit called something like Travis and Taylor or something. And I guess recently, a variety of female artists have been releasing new music, but Taylor Swift keeps putting out new editions of vinyl because her psycho fans will just buy every copy of everything. So she keeps, topping the charts and pushing down these other up-and-coming female artists. And people are getting kind of fed up with the money-grubbing behavior. You remember last week, some people went and tried to spray paint her jet at an airfield. I think it was in Germany or something like that. Now, anybody who gets as big as Taylor Swift, there is going to be a backlash against her. I don't think Dave Grohl has some kind of problem with Taylor Swift, but holy cow, people. I mean, just go look at some of the activity on Twitter. And she should be telling her fans this kind of behavior is wrong. We're talking like death threat kind of stuff. So crazy for, for what her audience is to be unleashing that type of a vile commentary online. That's how you end up on a watch list with those type of statements online. So, yeah, people calling Dave Grohl a misogynist, and he didn't say anything misogynistic at all. Dave Grohl is like the most likable guy in rock music. Is he not? Do you ever hear anybody say anything bad about Dave Grohl? I've got a pretty short list of the rock stars I would like to meet most. And even some of my favorite artists, I would rather meet Dave Grohl than Maynard from Tool. Because I think Dave Grohl would be more fun to hang out with. I'd like to meet Jack Black more than I'd like to meet Maynard. Now, Maynard would probably, I think it would be great to meet him. I think it'd be really cool. But he's, I don't know, you've seen his attitude sometimes. He's a really funny guy. The videos they had in between songs at his birthday party show that I went to in Salt Lake, I mean, it was so funny. And I'm sure he's a fun guy, but who on earth is just more likable than Dave Grohl? He goes out and barbecues for the homeless. He's just a great dude. Make one little cheap remark on stage. You should have heard some of the remarks I made about fellow local bands back in the day on stage around here. Well, firing up band feuds. Some band would make me mad. Just be trashing them on stage. He didn't even say Taylor Swift. He just said the Eras Tour, because she had the Eras Tour. And I've read some rumors online that there was, some kind of stuff involving Dave Grohl's daughter. Like, I don't know if some fans sent some jabs at her or what, but this is just crazy. Just crazy. So anyway, I'm Team Dave Grohl all the way on this one. I see nothing to indicate he's misogynistic. His comments were so tame. So tame. Anyway, go check out the lip-syncing accusation videos, I guess. Maybe I'll have to look them up. Should I do that for my next break? Maybe I can get the Swifties to attack me. I've seen artists lip-sync live, and it's pretty easy to tell. And then there's, singing over backup vocals. Backing tracks is different from straight up lip syncing and not really performing at a show. So maybe that's what we'll do for the next break. We'll pull up Taylor Swift lip syncing videos and see if I think they're real. All right? Team Dave. All the way. Oh, we got a caller. Let's see what they want. K-Bear, you are live on the show. Please keep that in mind, especially if you're a Swiftie. Who's this?
Good morning. This is Harold from Blackfoot. I just got the alert that the guy from Crazy Town died.
Guy from Crazy Town died. How would I have missed that in the news this morning? Shifty Shell Shock. Yeah, Crazy Town frontman dies at 49. Well, dang. That's sad. That's sad, man. Thank you for giving me the news update there.
Yep. I woke up and I'm just like, okay, it's like if somebody sent it to me, a post, and I was just like, oh man.
Yeah.
Wait, what? You know?
I saw those guys play a couple times back in the day.
You're dumbfounded as I am.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I was digging into the wrong celebrity news this morning, where I'm talking Dave Grohl and Taylor Swift. So, all right. Well, maybe we'll have to dig up some Crazy Town, play some stuff in tribute.
Thank you. That sounds cool.
Hey, appreciate the call, Harold. You have a good one.
You too, sir.
Peace.
All right.
Well, geez, there's some bummer news for the rock world. I mean, wasn't it the last time Crazy Town was in the news? There was like a fight on stage or something like that. Yeah, that guy. This was about a year ago that Shifty Shell Shock and their guitarist got into a huge fist fight. And yeah, that was the last time I heard anything about that group. Well, sad end there, you know. You had that downer news about a year ago, and now he is, I don't know, the article here doesn't give any information on what happened. Shifty Shell Shock, dead at 49. Well, R.I.P. to that guy, man. I never met him or anything, so I don't know much about him. But Crazy Town, that Butterfly song, boy, that was massive back in the day, was it not? Everybody heard that song. Anyway, that sucks. But I am going to get back to judging whether I think Taylor Swift lip syncs or not here in a few. I do believe it's a great possibility that Taylor Swift lip syncs portions of her show. It would make sense to me based on the videos that I looked at. Now, again, that first video I looked at, I think that was a little bit of editing shenanigans. You see this all the time. You see it with politics. They'll, edit some politician to look like they're doing something crazy, and they just leave out big chunks of it, or they crop the video so you can't see the whole thing of what's going on. If you take a video of a band and you just offset the audio, it's not going to look like their mouths match the music, and it's going to look like lip syncing. But generally, it's not going to be a slip up that lasts like a full minute. If a lip syncer gets a little bit off. So that first Taylor Swift lip syncing video I saw, I don't know. But as I did some digging into the subject of Taylor Swift lip syncing, what most people seem to believe is that there are portions of her show where she will give her vocals a break. And if you're doing 3.5-hour shows, I bet that's helpful for your voice to give it a little break every now and again. So there were some videos that kind of seemed to show that there would be portions of the song when the backing tracks covered things, though she did still keep moving her mouth. I don't know for sure, though. I don't know. I could not find definitive video that made me go, Taylor Swift is lip syncing. So I don't know what to make of that. Oh, we got somebody calling? Hopefully they're on topic. K-Bear, you're live on the show. Please keep that in mind. Who's this?
Is this Victor?
This is Victor.
Okay. I don't know who I was speaking with earlier. I don't like a college student, but no, I was just, for our worldwide audience, I just want to send my condolences out to the families of the guy that passed away from Crazy Town.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Very sad news this morning. And, it's unfortunate how the last year for that band has been, like I said, and, sad end to things. So, yeah, appreciate you calling in with that message, man.
Okay, so maybe, I don't know, you want to do Butterfly or?
I think I've got it in the system. So let me see if I can dig that one up.
All right.
All right. Thanks, man. See ya.
All right.
All right. Have to do some digging on that. All right. Well, anyway. Was I talking about? Oh, Taylor Swift. Who cares? Who cares? Team Dave, where I stand on this. Team Dave. Dave is not a misogynist with a cheap jab of my band performs live. That is not a misogynistic statement. Dave Grohl, very likable. All right? The Swifties need to settle down. I wish I would have found definitive proof that I could go Taylor Swift lip syncs. But I can't make that judgment right now. I would think it likely that there could be some breaks taken during the show. It makes sense to me from a performance standpoint. And again, I mean, if I want to throw Taylor Swift under the bus for something, it's going to be the whole Ticketmaster debacle that happened at the beginning of her tour. She comes out and plays all innocent. Oh, I don't know what happened. Ticketmaster ripping off my fans. All of these artists who sign on for dynamic pricing know exactly what they're doing. You think she's not involved with setting up ticket sales to her own shows? Not involved in the business end of it? Give me a break. Yeah, Ticketmaster, they got some wonky fees and things, but dynamic pricing, where the price of tickets will increase as sales are going strong. That's something an artist can either agree to or not. So that's what people should be getting mad at her for. It's going by quick. Mine is going by at rocket speed, which is nice, aside from the fact that I don't have my work done. Oh, well. What do you do? What do you do? I was going to look through this list of the 23 most hilarious Wikipedia pages right out of the gate. I can't talk about these. Because they've got, again, pretty hilarious titles, but some of these words I'm not allowed to say on the radio. All right? Or topics I don't necessarily want to get into. Now, would the Action Park Wikipedia page be one of the most hilarious Wikipedia pages of all time? Now, if you're not familiar with Action Park, I think Johnny Knoxville even made a movie about Action Park. It was also known as Accident Park, Class Action Park. I think that's what the movie Johnny Knoxville made was Class Action Park. They had a water slide that was like a loop, and people would, people might have died there. Might have died there. Hilarious, hilarious. What were some of the worst rides? There are documentaries about this place that I've watched on YouTube. If you're looking for a fun rabbit hole, Action Park on YouTube would be a good one. But I don't know. When I was thinking of hilarious Wikipedia pages, they would seem like spoof pages that weren't real. Like, I'm sure a list of television series canceled after one episode is hilarious. But it doesn't seem like it actually is. Okay, how about Larry the Cat? Larry is a British domestic tabby cat who has served as chief mouser to the Cabinet Office at 10 Downing Street since 2011. He is cared for by Downing Street staff and is not the personal property of the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Has served during the premierships of 5 prime ministers. Hilarious! No, I mean, it's neat that they keep a cat around to kill mice at, one of those old decrepit British buildings infested with mice. But is it hilarious? I don't know. What do they say is the number one most hilarious? The Iron Man Heavy Metalweight Championship. All right, what is this? It's a professional wrestling championship, open to anyone, and the championship is defended anytime, anywhere, as long as a referee is there to confirm the win. So you just have professional wrestling in the streets? It's also available to unconventional champions like animals or inanimate objects. And title changes regularly, with videos posted on the promotion's social media accounts. The current champion is a person. Hilarious! All right. Those pages aren't very hilarious. Time to bail out on this one. Thank you again for tuning in to the Victor Welch Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.